Hi, Soul Tribe. How you doing? Happy birthday to my dear Aries. Your reading is coming out first for the month of April. I'd like to find out what energies are coming towards my lovely Aries, my fiery, passionate Aries. Ancestors, angels, guides, Holy Spirit, holy angels, archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Ariel, spirit guides, please come through. Only clean spirits come through the clear messages, clear, concise messages for Aries for the month of April. What does Aries need to know in the month of April? I hope you guys are all having a swell time, enjoying your birthdays, celebrating them the best way you know how. I know quite a number of Aries people personally, and they're all such wonderful personalities. Let's see what's coming towards my Aries. Oh, while I shuffle, just to tell you a bit about myself, I'm a clairvoyant, so I see visions. I'm clairaudient, so I hear words, parts of phrases, and parts of conversations as well. And I'm also an empath, so I might start speaking as if I'm you or as if I'm someone else that you know during the course of the reading. And I will also be uploading quite a bit of content on the Patreon channel. That's probably where you're going to see this video first. First on the Patreon and then on the other platforms. And then I'll also be using other divination tools as well as I do my readings on Patreon. So please do follow me on over to Patreon. It's such a lot of fun there. You'll find there's a lot of content that's already there on my Patreon. Okay, so some of you are moving to calmer waters, moving away from a very stressful situation and possibly moving away from dishonest associations. You see, this woman's moving away and she's got these six swords with her. Before the six of swords is the five of swords of the conflict. She's conquered the conflict, but she's carried with her the lessons that she learned during that time of conflict. And it seems like she has divine guidance and she's using her intuition. The full moon is looking down at her, helping her to chart a new path away from what she once knew to a new place altogether. For some of you, I feel that you may be dealing with a very spiteful older person who's out to cause trouble for you with this energy. You may also be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but not necessarily. So I feel for some of you, you're moving away from someone who's been very hard-handed with you, heavy-handed with you in the way they do things. It could be a company, a group of people, some associates or family or friends, whatever the situation is. But someone's been overly controlling and manipulative and abusing the authority, abusing the power, and really bullying you and putting you into a little corner, and you're moving away from all of that. This may be because secrets have been revealed. The High Priestess came out reversed. Yes, you are moving to changes, whichever way this card appears. When this appears, it tells me that there are changes, and this heralds a dramatic change in outlook that's going to herald an important change in the way you view things and a brand new cycle opening up for you. Well, a new cycle must open as you move into calmer waters. But with this reversed, I feel that there has been some cloak and daggery, some secrets that have come out, some very sly and underhanded kind of moves where people are making secret moves. You're all thinking you're reading from the same book, yet other people have got a totally different book altogether. They'll read the one book with you and then take notes from a separate book that they're not letting you in on. And I feel that there's been some sort of a breach in confidentiality as well for a couple of you, where you told someone something in the strictest of confidence and they went and they made it their place to go and tell people about your secrets and talk about what you're doing or what you're not doing or what your fears and your hopes are. And this breaching confidentiality could have really caused a rift between friends or family or a company and association. For some of you, I feel that these are company affairs where things were discussed at an executive level, and people were waiting to sort of like sift the information down to the other levels of the company. But someone climbed down from the executive levels to go and give information which the rest of the company was not yet ready to share. And for someone else, it was personal information that was given away. That's probably why you're moving to these calmer waters. You're like, okay, you're not keeping my secrets. You're being mean to me. What do I need to wait here around for? The time is up. It's time to go. The cycle is overplayed. It's over. It's done. In the past, you got your harvest. You got your bounty. Some people got money for capital investment, money that you can say, okay, I've got 5,000. I'm going to use 2,000 to sort out things, and the other 3,000, I'm just going to forget about it until I've made a clear plan about what I want to do with it. And I feel that you got some unexpected income. You got more money than you were bargaining on. So you got higher returns. I'm being told to say higher returns. And I'm also hearing volatile inflation rates. This is a particular message for someone. You understand what that means. Um, I'm also being told bidding wars, bidding storage. Someone is doing bids online or whatever, and someone is, excuse me, who's is working with some storage space, and they got more money than they anticipated. That's a good energy. In your current circumstances, yes, the Aries energy is coming out, someone rushing in, very passionate, and all of that. For some of you, I feel that this is definitely to do with moving home. Some of you are moving house, and you've got the help of a friend of yours who's very calm in the face of destructive influences, because there are a lot of destructive influences for some of you in the home front, or it could be in the company and stuff like that. But the disruptive influences, and a friend of yours has possibly got some sort of military training or uh, security services training. Some friend of yours is coming through and helping you, say, you know what, okay, you don't need to worry. Listen, Derek, this is what we're going to do. Put these things in that box there. We're going to sort out this. We just get our relocation orders and we do this and do that and whatever it is. And it's working out very well for you. You've got help. So like I said earlier on, you are moving to calmer waters, but you're not doing this by yourself. I know we've got the land and the water together, the fire and the water elements together. That causes a lot of steam. It's a steamy situation for some of you. You're not doing this by yourself. You've got help. Universe hasn't abandoned you on the playground and you're the last child to be picked up and you're like, oh, maybe they've forgotten about me. Maybe universe has forgotten. God has forgotten about me. No, God does not forget. God is always ever present and is always right on time. Our timing sometimes is just at odds with his timing, but when his timing comes through, it's perfect, it's good, and you've got your divine protection around you. I'm being told to say this to someone in particular. You're divinely protected, you're divinely provided for. I see someone is got big storage boxes that they're packing up. I don't know, you're probably relocating or something. I see you've got like two younger children with you. You will get everything done. Just pace yourself nicely and trust spirit. Take a leap of faith. Last night I had a very specific dream about this Aries reading where I was being told someone needs to take a leap of faith and just tell themselves, I'm taking a leap of faith. I'm divinely guided and protected and provided for as I take this leap of faith. I'm not just taking a random leap of faith by myself. No, spirit is on my side. Spirit has got my back, and I'm going to be all right. This is a specific message for a number of you. In the future, yeah, you're going to be independent. You're going to get that bounty you've been working on. We've got the seven of coins. Then we've got a nine there. So things are advancing nicely for you. In the future, some of you are moving away from your relation status is about to change. Let me just put this diplomatically. And some of you may find yourself being single, but very independent and possibly enjoying it. Perhaps this has been that dramatic situation that you're moving away from so you could just find your feet again. And I feel that expansion is the key. I know with global circumstances, I'm not speaking in lieu of any solid professional financial advice, but Spirit is saying that expansion is the key. Expand your target market, expand your products, expand your services, expand the hustles that you do, expand the number of things that you do. If you're doing this one job, add a few other little hustles on the side. So you expand the scope of things that bring you income so that you can get this financial independence. And I feel for a couple of you, there are going to be some very large scale negotiations on the cards for you as well. And that's going to work out really, really good for you. That's a very solid thing. And Spirit is saying, don't shy away from the big figures. Don't be afraid to name your worth and say, you know what, when it comes to this job, I think I should be paid X amount. Don't be afraid to do that because you're totally worth it. This is interesting. See, this character looks like she's the same character here. She's moving away from the drama to get to a place that has got so much bounty, away from all the swords and the sharp communication, to a place where there's more, that's more fruitful. See, the emphasis on all these coins, these pentacles and flowers around her, and even birds and butterflies, talking of a transformation. So she's moving to transform her life. There's an air of transformation that is going with her. She's learned her lessons and she's like, damn it, I've learned all that I needed to learn in that situation. And I don't need to be the same person that I was the last time you saw me, the last time you threw these swords at me. When you see me in the future, I'm going to be transformed. I'm going to be blossoming. There's going to be a bountiful, beautiful harvest all around me. And it doesn't have to just be finances, it could be abundant resources, abundant relationships, abundant spiritual life where you feel your whole spiritual team is around you and you're able to honor them in the way they need to be honored and all of that. The key, the roots, the real story behind the story. Breaking news. Yeah, there's been heartache. Someone's been stabbed in the back. You see, this is the Four of Swords. The Three of Swords came first. He was stabbed in the back. He was betrayed in so many ways, betrayed by someone who he thought was very helpful and passionate about helping him. And this could even be to do with the area where he now needs to move. He or she now needs to move home because of the disruptions and feeling stabbed in the back, maybe like friendly fire where you're shot at by someone from your own camp, your own team. We're not even talking about the enemy, the players, the haters outside of your team. It's one of your very own who did this. And so the heartache and the betrayal is so much deeper than ever before. But look at this. His sword is not slipping away from his hand. Yes, he's recovering. He's contemplating what happened. He's using these scars as souvenirs of the battle, so that you can have something to talk about when he exchanges battle stories in the future. But his sword is still near him. He's still on like high alert. He's still like, you know what, I know you effers tried to get me down. You left me for dead, but you know what, I might be down, but I'm not up, and I can still get some fight in me. That's quite interesting. Stabbed in the back, moving away from all the deception and all of that to become more independent and more bountiful, turning that sword into a shovel and doing some cultivation and stuff, however that may play out. And look at this. Someone is dealing with serious institutions, organizations, corporations, and they're going to get a big harvest. So maybe someone's getting a job with a corporation, or you're getting a contract to supply a certain company with something, or your services are being solicited by people at the highest levels, organizations, institutions, and all of that. But this is all like formal stuff, like when someone's like, I can do deals with you, but I need some paperwork to back this up. And that's working out very well for you. For someone else, I feel that it's an emphasis on studying. Maybe you've been taking up a course and this course is allowing you to find more avenues where you can make money. For someone else, I feel that it's your spirit guide who's come through and said, you know what, child, I'm coming through with revelations and enlightenment for you. I want to reveal some things for you. See, the great grandfathers and the spirit guides and the ancestors and the fairies and the mer people revealed the battle plans that were hidden previously. They told you, you know what, people are saying, oh, let's all read. I'll be glad we're all on the same page. And Spirit says, wait a minute, we're not just on the same page. Yes, we're all on page 16, but I'm trying to be diplomatic. I'm trying not to sway. These people, these haters, are reading from a different script altogether. Can you imagine that? You're trying to act in a play. Half the cast is reading from Hamlet, and the other half is reading from Macbeth. And they're like, oh, yes, we're on page 16, the third paragraph, and all of that. You coming in now, they just want to trip you out because they're reading from a totally different book altogether. I don't know why some people become so low vibrational and stuff like that. Okay, I do know. Some of these fights you've been going through, Spirit is saying, I must tell you that some of these fights you've been going through are karmic cycles coming to an end. You know how we talk about soulmates, and you've made a contract in your past life to meet someone, and then you meet them in this life. Some people as well have come through from our past lives with the contracts to harm you or to belittle you or to bring you down. They're programmed that way. They don't even know why they behave that way, but everything in their DNA is programmed towards bringing you down. I'll give an example. Sometimes you get into a train or a restaurant and you lock eyes with someone and immediately you feel that you dislike this person. You've never ever seen them before, but every fiber in your body says, no, I do not like this person around me. Something about this person screams, hot stove, stay away. Some of that is your intuition telling you that if you ever should be entangled with this person, it will lead in tears. It will not end well. And for another group of people, you're also being told that this is someone from a past life and you had beef in a past life and they've now come through. Now, for some people, some of us were all just all love and light and relaxed and all of that. But some people recognize you from a past life like, There she is. There's Jackie. And I remember that I wanted to get her in the last life, and there she is, all like a little Bambi, an innocent little deer walking in front of my headlights. I'm going to show her. I'm going to finish that battle that we started in the last life. That's why it's important for us to try and wrap up past life cycles, karmic energy clearing, and all of that, cleansing, protecting ourselves, forgiving the people involved, forgiving ourselves, in our past lives, in this life, and any other parallel lives, parallel realities where we may be, so that these cycles can come to an end and we can go on to a higher level. Some people call it ascend to a higher level where we don't deal with this same cycle of people and stuff like that. We want a different play with different players in it, a new script, new actors in it. Yes, some people will still be in your new script as well, one or two, but not all of them. Shout out to you, Michelle. I just remember the conversation we had as I say that. Happy birthday to you, darling. So you're wanting to perfect your craft, master your craft, and become the very best at what it is that you do. You want to come out head and shoulders above all the others. And you're working very hard. You're very determined to be the best. You're working hard. You're building up networks of people to work with. Though there might be a rat. It's interesting here. There's a rat. There might be a rat watching you work, which ties in with the breaching confidentiality that came up there. But don't worry about that. I see you meeting some new people as well. It could be new love interests as well that you're meeting through the work that you're doing, possibly. And I also see for a couple of you, you're hoping for a small windfall, like a payout on some allowances that didn't come through previously, or you'd overpaid for your insurance or some other account, and money's coming back in for you. And that's a really beautiful energy for you to be moving forward in. The results, yeah, there could be trouble in the home front. This came out reversed. So a theme that's coming up there is disruptive influences in the in a home place, or in a marriage, or in a family, things to do with family. Let me just clarify, guys, and find out what this is really all about. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Holy Guides, what is this about? What is this about? I just got an example. It's like you're trying to give a very important speech, and someone goes and swaps one of the pages for your script or your speech, and makes you look like a right ninny in front of everyone. This is what these people were trying to do with all this cloak and dagger and all of that. But spirit is faster than the leg. And spirit whispered in your ear while they were yet planning and apping and giggling behind your back. And spirit said to you, you know what, child, something's not right. Something's not right here, and let me show you what it is. And I'm going to whisk you away. Spirit is whisking you away from all of these things, and they're going to have to deal with their own karma. What is this? Yeah. Because you have the power to cause or to influence events in your life. Yes, my deck is well worn. I've had it for more than like 17 years now. I absolutely love this deck. You have the power to cause or to influence events in your life. You're the magician. You've got everything that it takes. You've got the finances, you've got the emotional balance, the creativity, and certainly the intelligence to be able to create the reality that you want. And Spirit is asking you to visualize the life that you do want in as much clear detail as you possibly can. And that is what will play out for you. What else do we need to know here? You're going to get a practical solution to help you to heal from this emotional and psychological trauma that you've been going through with all this cloak and daggery. I mean, it's not a light matter to be living in a hostile situation, living under warfare constantly, whether it's warfare of a verbal type or a spiritual type or whatever it is. Okay, so some of the changes that are coming to you, this is confirmation. You're moving to calmer waters as the seeker at the beginning of the journey, a brand new cycle. Like I say, the dream that came through last night when I was, the night before I like meditated on the reading for Aries, and like I'm doing Aries, it's their birthday month, and what messages are there for Aries? And the message that came through clearly was take a leap of faith. You're taking a leap of faith to move away from all this drama, this conflict, and all of that. And things will work out well for you. There's going to be a lot of happiness and abundance where you're going to. Abundance, happiness, a mutual attraction for some of you as well. You're meeting someone who's attracted to you the same way you're attracted to them. Okay, I want to find out what our solution is going to be. What is the solution for Aries in the month of April regarding some of these influences that came up? Ooh, love. For some of you, you're meeting love. Maybe that's the solution for you. You're moving to calmer waters, to something more stable that's going to open up love for you. And for a couple of you, it's a reconciliation. Oh, you can't fake this. Yeah, spirit. This is the Nine of Pentacles that came up here, has been confirmed again here. You're getting gain. You're moving towards gain, towards financial independence, financial stability. You're going to be the one who's stable. You're the one who's going to have a stable place to stay, stable income, a stable life, a stable love life. Unlike those players who are trying to trip you up with all the cloak and daggery and stuff like that. And a lot of you are definitely moving away. You're emotionally disconnecting yourself from a situation that has been toxic and hurtful for you. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking, that's what it's been called. It's been heartbreaking. You're moving away. For some of you, at the new address, that's where the new love is going to appear. And yes, you are the magician. In the future, you have the power to cause and influence events in your life. So you might feel as if your bow is broken or all your arrows are gone, but spirit is saying that visualize, employ the laws of attraction to call in the life that you do want, and call it in as much clear detail as you possibly can, and that is what's going to play out for you. Wow, Aries, this sounds really beautiful. Let me get some oracle cards for my darling Aries. You're going to come out all right. Yes, there have been all these distractions and fights. Ooh, that was fast, Spirit. I haven't even said. Okay, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Holy Guides, Fairies, Mirror People. What is the message for my lovely Aries in their birthday month? What do they need to know? Please give us some guidance messages for them for the month of April. Okay, you want to come out? I'll let them come out by themselves. What does my Aries need to know? What is your guidance? Wow, thank you. Could I have one more message, please, for Aries? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for clear, concise messages. Thank you for connecting. Yeah, you can't fake this. Baby, money is coming in. Your money is going to come right. Don't let anyone make you believe any differently. Your money is coming right. Financial flow is coming to you. So some of you have been doing these affirmations or prayers or doing salt baths or burning a bay leaf or doing other money manifestation positive spiritual practices, burning a green candle, putting out your silver coins with the full moon. There's so many things that you could do. And if you'd like me to talk more about that, just send me a message. My details are down there in the description box, and I can talk a lot more about that as well. So financial flow is definitely coming your way. If you find your finances are beginning to dry up a bit, step out into your backyard or wherever it is, and just say, universe, show me what have I said or done that's blocked up my finances, and help me to open them up again. And sure as night follows day, your finances will open up. This is beautiful for you for April. And there's a happily ever after. Well, with love coming your way and you moving away from these haters, navigating your own course, calibrating a new trajectory. Okay, it sounds like a textbook. Forming a new plan and calculating a new path for yourself. Love may come your way as you move to calmer waters and happily ever after. I know where you're coming from has been dark and depressing, but what's coming up for you is so much brighter and more beautiful. So don't sabotage this happily ever after by causing miscreations and saying, oh, could I really have a good life? Could I really be loved? Could I really be loved? Could someone really love me? No, just trust the process, trust spirit, and know that the end result is going to be good for you. Your life is about to have a very happy twist. I know you've been in the dark for such a long time that sometimes it can be even hard to believe that it's really going to come right. But believe me, child, shout out to you, Cleo. Happy birthday to you, child. Stand your ground. So you've made some decisions, a decision to move away, take a leap of faith. You've decided to take a leap of faith, move onto uncharted waters, into uncharted territories, into a path you might not have ever walked on before. Stand your ground, because there is where your blessing is. That's where the abundance is, where you can be the full magician. The abundance is coming in, and you're moving away from these things that have even affected your health with the way it's been such a stress for you and all of that. Abundance is coming your way as you stand your ground. So the first decision you made, this is your message. You know you've just made a decision. Spirit is saying that decision that you just made, yes, that's one you're thinking about. That's the one I'm talking about. It's correct. You're on the right track. Don't let anyone side talk you out of it, or try and talk you down and try and make you believe that your decision was not valid. Stand your ground, stand firm, and win. And raise your standards. Yes, these haters with their swords and their cloak and their daggery and these disruptive influences around you, it made you kind of like lower your standards. But look at you. You're bountiful, you're beautiful, you're blessed, you're abundant. You're the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. You are blessed, you're powerful, you're empowered, you're beautiful, you're intelligent, you're charming, you're charismatic. Yeah, you're creative, you're fun to be around, and you're a blessing to so many people in so many different circles. Even if your own people didn't realize that these people were fighting you, that doesn't take your value away. So raise your standards, because all they wanted to do was distract you enough for you to forget your value. Then they'd move in, use you, abuse you, and chuck you out when they're done with you. Raise your standards. You, just like all of God's children, deserve and you can manifest the best life for yourself. Believe me. If you just raise the attention upwards, you'd see that brighter things are coming up for you. So maybe you've been standing up to the universe and saying, no, I deserve the best. I deserve a good life. And, this is probably what you're thinking about, like, oh, damn it. How could I let those haters corner me like that? I ain't never going to let them do that. When I move forward, I'm going to have a golden rule that no matter how bad it gets, I'm not going to lower my standards to the standard that you all want me to live. That is not my standard. That is not my portion. I've seen my Nigerian friends doing that. Oh, God forbid, that is not my portion. That is not my portion. I'm going to borrow that phrase. That is not your portion. That is not your portion. That's not for you. That's for someone else, perhaps, but definitely wrong address. They're playing with the wrong one, because you're divinely protected and God only wishes the best. He desires that you may prosper, even as your soul, your body, and your pocket prospers. Yeah. Leading me out. Take time to go into nature. It doesn't have to be like an expensive trip. Maybe just go to a game park if you've got a game park near you, or a lake nearby, or a dam even. Just spend some time in nature and remember how great creation is. And while you're out there, you'll get your power back, you get your strength back, and you'll come back with solutions that you'd never normally have thought about, because you've been all up in your head, because people have been trying to fox with your brain, make you feel like you're less than you actually are, make you abandon your weapons and think you're defeated. But look at you, you're still like, I still like move my fingers to my sword. I remember my weapons, and love might be your weapon. Prayer might be your weapon. Whatever your weapon is, don't keep it far from you, child. I'm talking spiritual weapons up in here. My darling Aries, I absolutely enjoyed doing your reading. I'm going to speak a blessing onto you. Holy Spirit, holy guides, ancestors, my angels, mer people, I speak a blessing over the Aries people, whatever challenges they're going through. I pray for divine strategy. I pray for healing of every situation. I pray for divine help. I pray that divine synchronicity may be for my Aries. Let their blessing find them at the right time, at the right place, and let every disruptive circumstance begin to cool down in their life right now. I wish you love, I wish you light, I wish you healing. Until the next reading. Love and light, sunshine signing out. Happy birthday, guys.